Week 6 of the 2017 NFL season begins today, Sunday, October 15th, 2017. We did have a Thursday night game this past Thursday night down in Charlotte, North Carolina, between the Philadelphia Eagles and Carolina Panthers. Philadelphia won by a score of 28-23. I will obviously not be predicting that game due to it already happening and going final. So we're one game down. I'm gonna run through and preview another 10 games that are going on today, Sunday, October 15th, and then tomorrow night, Monday night, for Monday Night Football between the Colts and the Titans. I'll also, and by the way, Buffalo, Cincinnati, Dallas, and Seattle have byes this week. They are not playing. So if you are a Buffalo Bill fan, Cincinnati Bengal fan, Dallas Cowboy fan, or Seattle Seahawks fan, and you do not know that they are not playing this week, now you do. Although all four of those teams are on a bye week this week. I will go through and recap, just announce the scores, what happened last week and who won. I'll tell you how I did as well. I went 2-8, my worst week yet. You have your good weeks and you have your bad weeks. I had one of my bad weeks this past week. Is what it is. Go through biggest upsets, best games, impressed and disappointed. I guess I could do those right now. Biggest upset would be the Jaguars over the Steelers. Jacksonville went up to Pittsburgh. Leonard Fournette ran for almost 200 yards. Big Ben threw 5 interceptions. 2 were returned for pick sixes, and the Jaguars won by a score of 30-9. Best game, Packers and Cowboys. Aaron Rodgers has once again come back late in a comeback win, thrown a touchdown with. He's led the Packers to a comeback win, I should say, because back in January he set up the game-winning field goal. This time he threw the game-winning touchdown pass. And once again, the Dallas Cowboys lose to the Green Bay Packers at home due to Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers. The Packers won 35-31. And then impressed, disappointed. I didn't have anyone for impressed or disappointed. I thought it was a good week. It was right down the middle. No one really did anything special. No one really did anything, too bad, I guess. I mean, you could throw Pittsburgh and Big Ben in there, due to the fact that they lost to the Jaguars at home. Well, they've lost to the Jaguars at home, though, before in the past. So, and Ben's thrown interceptions in a game as well in the past. Just this 5 interception game broke his record of 4 interceptions that he had in one game already before in his career. But it is what it is. As I said, you have your good weeks, you have your bad weeks. I had a bad week this past week, and so did the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now they go on the road to play the Kansas City Chiefs this afternoon at 4:25 on CBS. I'll get into that here in a minute. But before I do, make sure, if you haven't already, go check out Across the Goal Line on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well. All those links are in the description below. I'll recap last week's games now. The Thursday night game of Week 5 was between the New England Patriots and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. New England went down to Tampa Bay, pulled out a win 19-14. Jacksonville, as I said, went to Pittsburgh, defeated the Steelers 30-9. Carolina went to Detroit, defeated the Lions 27-24. Miami went to Tennessee, defeated the Titans 16-10. Marcus Mariota could play today. I know Derek Carr is playing today against the Los Angeles Chargers, coming back from an injury, only sitting out 1 week. Philadelphia defeated Arizona in Week 5. 34-7. And sorry, my phone just went off. So Philadelphia defeated Arizona in Week 5, 34-7. And then Philly played this past Thursday night Week 6, and they defeated the Carolina Panthers 28-23, as I said earlier. Seattle defeated the Los Angeles Rams 16-10. Baltimore defeated Oakland 30-17. Green Bay, as I said, defeated Dallas 35-31. And then Kansas City defeated Houston on Sunday night 42-34. And then on Monday night, Mitch Trubisky got his first career start in a loss against the Minnesota Vikings 20-17. I already went over biggest upset, best game, teams that impressed, disappointed. As I said, Buffalo, Cincinnati, Dallas, and Seattle have buys this week. I will get into the games for this upcoming week that begin today. Other than the Thursday night game, as I said, that already happened between the Eagles and Panthers. Philly won 28-23 for a third time. So I got 9 games today I'm going to pick, and then Monday night game tomorrow night between the Indianapolis Colts and Tennessee Titans. New England goes to the Jets. The Jets really are surprising a lot of people. They're 3-2 on a 3-game win streak. Josh McCown's really, he's really played well. He really hasn't made a whole lot of mistakes, knock on wood. New England, they're also sitting at 3-2. These two teams are tied in the AFC East at the moment. I don't think that's going to be the case after today. Obviously, they're playing each other. One team's going to win and one team's going to lose. I could see the Jets really pulling out the upset just because, these games between these two teams, they always come down to the wire. Some have gone to overtime, but then some, on the other hand, have also been blowouts. So I could see, any of those happening today at 1 o'clock on CBS. I know I'll be watching. I know we got the game scheduled to be aired in the area here. So I will be watching. I think New England will go on the road, though. Pick up the win. Bylaw Powell is out for the Jets. He will not be playing. Look for Matt Forte to get a lot of carries. And then that Elijah McQuarrie, I believe his name is, he will also be getting a share of the carries as well, as he's come out of the woodwork, it seems like, the past couple weeks and made a name for himself so far in his NFL career. So I'm going to take New England over the Jets in a close one. Miami then goes to Atlanta. Miami, the Dolphins, they had a big story this past week with an assistant coach that was with a video that came out of him doing a line of cocaine. He resigned. I don't think, this really should affect the Dolphins' play, but if it does, I wouldn't be surprised. Atlanta, I think, is just too powerful, though, playing at home. They did lose to the Bills at home a couple weeks ago. They went on the road. No, they were off last week. Yeah, they were off last week. Atlanta was off last week. They had a bye. So they're rested up after a loss to the Bills. They're playing at home. As I said, I think Matt Ryan, he'll play better than Jay Cutler. And, Miami, they had their little situation with their assistant coach and doing a line of cocaine. But, who hasn't done a line of cocaine? But I think Atlanta's going to pick up the win in that game. Chicago then goes to Baltimore. Baltimore's defense, they'll bring a lot of blitzes. Mitch Trubisky is starting again for the Chicago Bears. Started last week on Monday night. Can't get any better than that. Against the Minnesota Vikings, he played pretty well, but he did make some mistakes, leading to Minnesota defeating the Bears 20-17, as I said earlier. I could see, Chicago blowing out Baltimore today. I think it's going to be close due to the fact Trubisky's a rookie quarterback. First road game for him as a starter. He did start on Monday night. You can't get any bigger than that, but a road game against, a team that's known for having good defenses. Baltimore, they've had their fair share of trouble since they won Super Bowl 47, though. I think Chicago does go into Baltimore, though, and picks up the win. It's going to be close, low scoring. Trubisky, he'll make some mistakes. Baltimore's defense, as I said, they'll probably bring a lot of blitzes. But I think Trubisky this week will play better, and he'll play good enough to lead his team to victory. So I got the Bears over the Ravens. The Packers then go to Minnesota. Green Bay's coming off that big win. Both teams are coming off wins. Green Bay's coming off that big win, though, against Dallas on the road last week. I could really see a week where Green Bay, they got all this momentum, and then the following week they just don't, show up to play. But Minnesota, Case Keenum's playing again. It seems like Sam Bradford only wants to play on Monday Night Football. Week 1 he played Monday night, and then last week he played. The other games he did not play at all. Case Keenum, he has played well in the games that he's started. Minnesota, Dalvin Cook went down 2 weeks ago with an ACL. He's done for the year, if you did not know that. Latavius Murray and Jerick McKinnon played all right last week. Good enough to pick up the win over the Bears. Well, they're playing the Green Bay Packers, though, this week. It is a divisional game. Both these teams are rivals. Always have been, always will be. Green Bay's defense, I think, will get to Keenum, make him make some mistakes. Aaron Rodgers will be Aaron Rodgers again, just as he was last week. I think Green Bay goes to Minnesota and wins. The Lions and Saints then play today down in New Orleans. I think this game's going to be a shootout. Both offenses are spectacular. Drew Brees, Matt Stafford, probably going to throw for over 350, 4 touchdowns apiece. It's going to be a shootout. I could see somewhere, 52 to 49, somewhere along those lines. But I got to take the Saints due to the fact that they're playing at home. Pittsburgh then goes to Kansas City at 4:25 today. As I said, today is Sunday, October 15th, 2017. Yesterday, we had a great day of college football. 4 of the top 10 teams were upset. Clemson lost to Syracuse. Washington State lost to Cal. Both those games were on Friday night. And then last night, yesterday, Auburn lost to LSU, and then Washington State lost to Arizona State. So keep an eye out for that video as well. I wanted to get that in there before I forgot to say it. Keep an eye out for that video this upcoming week. It'd be week 8 predictions for college football. So I'll recap all those and then preview next week, week 8, as we got a good game in Happy Valley. Michigan's coming to play Penn State. College Game Day is going to be there. I'll be there. I'll be there at game day, and I will be at the game. So if you want to get a hold of me on Saturday, I'll try getting back to you. Back to the NFL, though. As I said, Pittsburgh goes to Kansas City. These two teams played in the playoffs last year in the divisional round in Arrowhead, and Pittsburgh came away with the win. I believe it was 18-13. Yeah, because that was one of the games. Boswell had like a shit ton of field goals, I think. Pittsburgh ended up winning. That's all I know. Then they ended up losing to New England the following week in the AFC title game. Last time, though, Pittsburgh did go to Kansas City in the regular season. They lost. And they lost to a Landry Jones-led Pittsburgh Steelers team. Now, hopefully Landry Jones doesn't play today. If he does, that's the only reason why he will is because Ben will get hurt, knock on wood that he doesn't, and then Josh Dobbs gets hurt. But I hope to God he doesn't get hurt either, because then we'd be stuck with Landry Jones, who absolutely sucks. He has won some games in the past for the Steelers. I give him credit for that, but still, Pittsburgh. I got to take Pittsburgh on the road. I got to take Pittsburgh whether they're home or away, playing in Australia or out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So Pittsburgh will beat Kansas City this afternoon. Tampa then goes to Arizona. These two teams, I believe, played last year, also in Arizona. Adrian Peterson was traded from the Saints to the Cardinals last Tuesday, if you did not know that. I think I broke the news in my Week 7 college football prediction video. If you didn't go watch that, either go watch it, go listen to it. I know Week 7 of the college football season is over, but if you want to see who I picked, be my guest, and go listen to it. So Peterson's now playing for the Cardinals. Doug Martin came back last week for Tampa Bay. Played pretty well against the Patriots. Now he's got an extra week and a half off until he plays again. They do have to go out west. I think both quarterbacks, in Jameis Winston and Carson Palmer, will throw for over 300 yards, as they have done in most of their games already this season. I think it'll be a close game though. I'd say like 34-31, 34-28, somewhere in that range. Both defenses are pretty good. So I got to take Arizona though. Tampa Bay is going out west. And Tampa Bay, that week 1 bye, I think it really screwed their season up, just because they got to play 16 straight games now. But it is what it is. They can't do anything about a hurricane hitting the state of Florida. But speaking of Florida, Jacksonville hosts the LA Rams. The Rams, both these teams, just not the Rams, both these teams are surprising a lot of people this year. I'd say especially Jacksonville, more so than the Rams. But as I said, both of them are. This game's in Jacksonville. I think going to come down to the run game. Jacksonville has Fournette. LA has Gurley. I think both running backs will run for over 100 yards. Blake Bortles, I think he'll make more mistakes than Jared Goff, and I think the Rams will come out of Jacksonville with a win. So I got to take the LA Rams over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Low scoring, both defenses are really good. I'd say a 13-10 game. And then the 0-5, yes, the 0-5 New York Football Giants are playing on Sunday Night Football in Denver. I don't know why the NFL didn't switch out this game and put, a game between, say, the Steelers and Chiefs, or, the Packers and Vikings, or Patriots and Jets on Sunday night. You got the 0-5 Giants, who don't have a running game, don't have any wide receivers. Their defense is somewhat still intact. It seems like Eli Manning's going to have to play every position for them to win. They're going to Denver, playing at night. Denver's defense is how good. Trevor Siemian, he'll definitely have a better game than Eli tonight, I think. Don't be surprised if the Giants pull out the upset. This would be that game. Everybody's picking the Broncos, and then the Giants just come out with a win. But I got to take Denver. The Giants, I do not think they have a chance. And then on Monday night, you have the Indianapolis Colts and Tennessee Titans. Marcus Mariota may play. He may not. We'll have to see. Game time decision. Running game, Frank Gore, DeMarco Murray. I think it's going to come down to that. Both those running backs really. Gore's had a better season so far than Murray, but I think this might be the game that Murray steps it up. And defense-wise, Tennessee's is a tad bit better than Indianapolis's, in my opinion. I think Tennessee will come out with the win on Monday Night Football. those are my week 6 predictions for the NFL. As I said, today is Sunday, October 15th. We did have that Thursday night game between Philly and Carolina. Philly won 28-23. I'll say that again. And then we had a great day of college football yesterday. As I said earlier, 4 of the top 10 teams went down. I will recap all that in my Week 8 college football predictions video. So keep an eye out for that when that is up when that's uploaded on YouTube sometime this week. And then I will also next week, this upcoming week, recap my picks that I just made. So I'll recap Week 6 of the NFL, and then WWE TLC is next Sunday night from Minneapolis, Minnesota, at the Target Center, and it's going to see a main event of the Shield's return. So I'll let you guys know what I think about all that. It is a Raw exclusive pay-per-view, so I'll probably have that out either sometime on Tuesday or Wednesday. I always try to do my football first, then my wrestling, because wrestling's always the last one. Wrestling's always the last one that's done, or that takes place. So keep an eye out for all those videos, and then if you haven't already as well, go check out Across the Goal Line on all social media: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button up above. All the links to everything are in the description below. And as I said, keep an eye out for all this new content that will be coming out. Week 8 college football predictions, Week 7 NFL predictions, and WWE TLC predictions.